How's it going, my dudes? My name is Jevichin, so welcome to this video where what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing Kyle is Famous. Now, this has been going around the YouTube sphere for a little bit of time, and you know, I wanted to play it just because it looks very interesting, and you know, I love interesting games, and you should be seeing that the frames are fixed now. I don't know, I think that they're fixed, you know, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that the frames are fixed, so we're gonna get into it now and start playing. Kyle wakes up. He is famous. More. Kyle is the host of the most popular talk show in recent memory. Stay up late with Kyle. Hold on, wait a minute, I need to make my reading more more authentic. So, because my eyes are getting worse every single day from doing all the gaming, I have these like dark shades from like 3D glasses from the movie, so I'm gonna wear them for this. Wow, this looks so good. Kyle is the host of the most popular. Okay, yeah, I said this already. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, and the public. Oh, the public's noticed, folks, and who the hell is still sending me? Okay, I know who's sending me pictures. Don't worry about it, and nothing bad's happening. All right. The public's noticed, guys. Inside has called Kyle a most excellent dumpy white.
Y'all can't handle this.
The flashbacks. The flashbacks to its everyday bro. It's everyday bro.
But I'm from Ohio, though, white boy. It's
No.
everyday bro with the Disney Channel flow.
No, it can't be.
In 6 months, never done before.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. How? I thought that he's running a talk show. Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. So everyone just became like stalkers of Kyle the moment that he. Okay, whatever. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast and everyone's latest, you know, update on why they love me and my content. You know, clearly, everyone on the internet right now is talking about Jvision. You know, the new up-and-coming YouTuber. The best child YouTuber that there ever was, because he's actually doing daily uploads now. I hope you guys have been liking those, by the way. I've been loving doing them. The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is a kind and lovely philanthropist. What the hell is a philanthropist? I believe editorial me will, you know, bring it up right now. That fucking asshole didn't let me down. Alright, she is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the colonoscopy. It was going to be a sad day. Kyle has 30 hours left. He must... Wait a minute, 30 hours? Gracious me. He must choose his actions wisely. Start preparing. Great. Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. He decided to wither away because life is useless and there's no need for you to do it. Kyle decided to stay put and wither away. Kyle withered successfully and died. Gracious me. Okay, lovely. Deathbed. Kyle is now a ghost. This does not relieve him of his responsibilities. Wow, lovely. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. Let's open the closet, you know? You don't want to show up fully nude as a ghost. Just like, hey, check out my see-through dick right here. Choose an outfit. Suit of armor, you know? You could be like, oh, I'm your Victorian uncle or something. Okay, that's fun. After much squeezing and sweating, Kyle managed to wrap the metal suit around his dumpy self. Kyle needs to get his fat ass into a gym. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Let's scavenge. Kyle quickly crouched on the floor, realizing his immediate need for bugs. He needed bugs right now. Kyle started to pick between the fuzz of his bedroom carpet, hoping to catch a stray beetle or two. More. Soon he had a small handful of various insects, dead and alive. Eat immediately. Kyle threw back his head and crammed the sticky, wriggling mass into his mouth. He felt refreshed, as you do after you eat living creatures. Back to his bedroom. Kyle returned to the center of the bed. He needs to scavenge for more. He needs gossip. Kyle firmly pressed his ear into the carpet, hoping to hear some stray words from the neighbors below. More. I heard Rachel May is going out on a trip out of the country soon. Oh, girlfriend, tell me more. More. Well, what I will tell you is that every night I done... what? What? That looks like a bug. And fight misdoers. This took a turn. There was a stunned silence. Then a door opened and someone exited and neighbor's apartment. What? Okay, great. Kyle returned to the middle of the... Let's sit at the desk. Write notes for interview. Huh. Are you a mother? Am I a mother? Is your mother a mother? Am I a mother? You know, I'm not sure. You must be. What are some diet tips? Beef, mashed or blended? Or ever eaten a raw egg whole? You know, I haven't. So, I'm gonna ask her if she has, you know. I want to learn more about the experience. And oh gosh, you can actually see what I'm looking at on my screen. Kyle wrote down his third question. What's your funniest story? Do you ever smile? And I purposely ran over a puppy. You know, when things happen, and you know, whenever you're in the moment and you want to do something, do it, you know? What's the harm in it? Kyle wrote down his last question. What's your guilty pleasure? Do you feel guilty? Are you guilty? You know, it's time to expose Rachel May of all of her bullshit. Alright, there's 4 hours left. Crap. Let's exit bedroom to hallway. Let's leave apartment. And let's visit downstairs neighbor. Kyle approached his neighbor's door and knocked. More. Kyle hurried to the set. Per normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. That's a letdown. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Approach Rachel. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. Kyle responded. Scream and spin in circles. That's the accurate way to greet anyone. Oh gosh. Lagging. Kyle started to stretch out his arms wide, tilted his neck upward, and was interrupted by his producer, telling him and Rachel that it was time to start the show. Great. Wow. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened, and the cameras clicked on. Start broadcast. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Introduce Rachel. Kyle vomited all of the horrible things he had eaten early on to the floor. Lovely. Rachel looked at Kyle, concerned, gave a couple coughs, and decided to play it cool and keep the show running. Wow. Kyle stopped, then vomited again, then continued with a shaky voice. Alright, so become Rachel May. No, okay, more. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in, said Kyle. I'm very ready. Ever eaten a raw egg whole? Hey, Rachel, ever eaten a raw egg whole, said Kyle. Like shell and all? Kyle continued. I have, like, a lot. It's really bad though. Sometimes I spit it back up. Great. There was a silence. But actually, it gets easier the more you do it, you know, like drugs. Continued Kyle, without losing momentum. So don't start, I say. Just like drugs, kids. Stay off drugs. Alright, let's get on. Rachel chose to not answer and look in another direction. I purposely ran over a puppy. Hey, I ran over a puppy on purpose. Kyle spread his hands out. It's a joke! Okay. Kyle asked another question. Am I a mother? Rachel, am I a mother? Kyle looked at her very seriously. Rachel was visibly very unsure of how to respond. Well, Kyle, I think you might be a better source of answering that question than I am. But do you think I'm a mother? Asked Kyle, pushing further. Rachel paused for a second before answering. I think you inspire youth to pursue STEM fields, she answered. Kyle asked another question. Are you guilty? Rachel, are you guilty? Kyle threw his questions on the floor, stood up and pointed at her. Rachel's eye twitched slightly. Guilty of what, dear Kyle? She smiled disingenuously. Guilty. Guilty of your crimes. Rachel did not answer. Her eyelids both started twitching uncontrollably. After reading his final question, Kyle looked up from his paper. Well, Rachel, I think that's all I was planning on asking you. If that's the case, Kyle, will I ask you something in return? Asked Rachel, smiling one more time. Why exactly did you decide to wear a suit of armor today? I forgot I put him in a suit of armor. Okay, lovely. Before Kyle could answer, the camera shut down. The broadcast was over. Aw, damn it. Kyle returned home, knowing the interview had gone well. Yeah, that felt like it went well. But as he lay in bed and drifted to sleep, he felt that perhaps something was still missing. And Kyle prepared very well. You caught that very well. Wow, yeah, he clearly prepared very well. Okay, so I'm gonna skip the process to getting to the ending, and I'm just gonna sum up what I did. So you know, I'm gonna just like, you know, have some fun with that. Alright, here we are again. So let's explain what happened. Number one, he started his day normally, you know, putting on a casual pair of jeans and goggles and, you know, a breathing tube thing. Yeah, that's fun. And then he ate the crust on his fridge wall. That was fun too. He stole Techno Gym from the tech store. It's this cardboard cutout thing, you know, he just like pulled it off, you know. Had some fun with that. And it looks like he also ate Gabby, his neighbor, so that's fun. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. Okay, you're gonna say the same shit again? Oh, wait. No, I could interview Techno Gym instead. I'll do that next time. Shake hands. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Start broadcast. Good evening. Introduce Rachel. Vomited all the horrible things he had eaten early onto the floor. Lovely. Looked at blah, 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 blah. Cool. Okay. Vomited again. Shaky voice. Lovely. Tonight I've become Rachel May. It's time to become her. However, said Kyle suddenly, dropping his voice, Rachel May is not sitting next to me. She is not new to the show. She did not walk in before me. In fact, said Kyle, I am Rachel May. Rachel looked at Rachel looked at Kyle, confused, silently mouthed the words, Kyle stood up quickly and threw his arm high above him, pointing upwards. I have never been Kyle, he shouted. I have never been the host of Stay Up Late with Kyle. Kyle looked and pointed directly at the camera. I am here for but one reason, to interview myself. Kyle sat down in his chair and went to produce the notes he had taken earlier. It was then that Kyle remembered that he had not bothered to prepare any notes for this interview. Lovely. Realizing he did not know how to handle this situation, Kyle began sweating profusely, but he continued. Firstly, he said, is your name Kyle? No! Kyle slammed his fists down repeatedly. Then he stopped talking. A thick, uncomfortable silence hung over the studio. The silence did not end. The cameras continued to roll. Nobody moved or spoke. Eventually, Rachel got out of her chair and walked off screen. One by one, the members of the crew followed suit. No, don't leave, guys, please. I was just joking around. You know, we can get back to the show. Eventually, Kyle was left alone in the studio, camera still running, silently sitting in frame. This episode of Stay Up Late with Kyle became the longest episode in television history. Kyle continued to sit in front of the camera all night and into the morning, wishing it would end. As evening fell again, the crew shuffled back in one by one, getting in places to film that day's episode. Kyle continued to sit motionless, cameras rolling, as the crew chatted about their days and got in position. Eventually, the crew officially started the next episode. Kyle was prompted to introduce himself again. Kyle had produced an incredibly autistic episode. End. Kyle was autistic, and so was I in this video. Man, I'm pumping a lot of editing work into this for myself. But, you know what? I'm gonna leave this episode here. I think I had a fun time playing this game. You guys probably had a fun time watching it too. If you did, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to become a visionary today. And also, all three of my social medias are in the description below, or two of them are my social medias, and one of them is my Discord server. Go talk there. You know, you can talk to me individually as well. But ask questions there, as I'm planning on making Q&A sometime. You know. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to become a visionary today. Oh, and also, it would be really epic of you if you turned on your notifications, because, you know, that way, whenever I make a new video, you'll be notified of it. And, you know, who doesn't want to be notified when I make a new video? Because all of my videos are clearly the pinnacle of artistic work and comedy. So, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.